This video chart presentation is Shanda Games Limited. It's a NASDAQ Global Select stock trading our ticker GAME. This chart came up because of what's considered a rising three method pattern. I'll come back and touch on that in a minute. You can see that this chart's made a nice move off a bottom at 270, closed Thursday at 317. Decent volume, about 390,000 shares traded, up a dime or 3%. I think this chart's interesting to watch because even though it's made a nice move, it's facing what I'd consider some pretty substantial resistance right in the area where it closed on Thursday. We'll run through the indicators real quick. See a nice turn in the MACD, starting to trend upward. Move back towards zero. Break through this downtrend that's been going on since the middle of September. Early on sign of a bullish trend. Coming off a second PPO ADX pinch. Always a good position for a reversal. Those that follow our charts know I always get a bit concerned when I start to see a large separation in the MFIs, with the 7 pulling a long ways away from the 14 and 21. And with that 7 flattening at 80 yesterday, it does suggest that perhaps it's going to pull back, because generally speaking, those three components don't like to trend with a great distance between them, and when you see a big separation, you'll see the 7 pull back. Accumulation distribution. With the upward price movement, it's good to see that the accumulation is starting to trend upward. It's also reinforced by the Chaikin money flow moving back towards zero, saying that over the last 20 periods, buying and selling pressure is equalizing. CCI making a real strong move, now broken through zero, and heading towards an official buy signal with the break of 100. That's a point the CCI traders look for because it signals that the price per share has moved well outside its mean. Full stow coming out of oversold territory over December. Just a sharp move upward, showing bullish momentum is growing in the play. And the Trix has just now dropped a bullish cross as well, signaling a shift in trend. RSIs, 7 and 14, have now pushed through 50. 21 is right at that key point. That's something that I always look for. For me, I always want to see all three components that I use, the 7, 14, and 21, trending over top of 50 to show that momentum is being sustained in the play. Now, as I mentioned, nice bottom support right down there at 271. In this rising 3 method, it's characterized by a white candle, and then generally a few candles worth of consolidation within the body of that white candle, and then the subsequent candle makes a new high. You can see this has done this a few different times. Right through there off the bottom, made a stronger move, consolidated just for one day, made a stronger move, consolidated just for one day, and now 3 straight up days making higher highs. That's the crux of that pattern, although generally speaking, the consolidation is typically more than one day. Usually it'll be 2 or 3 days of consolidation within that white candle, and then the move to the higher high. But it still does qualify based on the fact that it is following that pattern pretty regularly with a quick consolidation and then a move higher. Now what I see though is a pretty strong resistance point right through this area. 316 was a good support in July and August, and even right through here it was a real brief support before it finally fell through to go to those new lows. And off of the climb, the stock price is now pinned right against that resistance point. And I'd say that there's just some secondary resistance right there around 333. I really wouldn't pay too much attention to that outside of that it does tie in with this 50-day moving average, which is a dynamic source of resistance. So I'd suspect that perhaps this upward movement might stall out right through this area from a technical standpoint. But then if it pulls back, holds the support level on any next surge of upward pressure to move back through that 50-day, I don't see strong resistance again until a very nice move up around $3.90. So with this rise off the bottom, possibly signaling an overall trend reversal and a true bottom for GAME, I think it's a chart to keep an eye on in the future, just to see how it plays out. And I wanted to do it today just to make note of a rising 3 method and give a quick description of how that pattern works. So we'll keep an eye on this, see if it can bust through this resistance points, and see where it goes from here. As always, it's merely my interpretation of the GAME chart. Thank you for watching, and trade smart.